Well, hey there, everybody. Tim. Tim's my boy. Yo, boy. What up? What up, Timotheus? Timotheus. If you start a rap group, your name should be Timotheus, like Bone Thugs and Harmony. You probably don't even know who that is. But what's up, everybody? What is up, Trucker Norm? Trucker Norm giving me the lip lately. I'm just gonna give him the lip right back. Watch this, Trucker Norm. Check this out. I'm gonna put you out for 10 seconds. Boom. Timed out. That's right. Nobody messes with the Pipster. That felt pretty good doing that. I'm not gonna lie. I am vengeful. That's right. The vengeful Pipster. Alright, we're going to see if we can get a good signal today. Let us all pray, and let us all press on. What's up, Tommy? Hey, Tommy made a visit. What is up, James? ERB, how are you? I'm glad you left. ERB, you're enjoying the action. I'm glad that you laughed at that. Hey, there's Matt, man. What's going on? How are you? I know I would be early if I was in my time zone. That is correct, Trucker Norm. I got nothing but love for you. Hey, you know what? While we do have the sun on the other side, let's take a look at the mountains. Because there is a bit of snow on the top if you look on the Ochre Mountains. It's not a lot. But like I was talking about, like 8,000 feet, I think, was the threshold for snow. And I was late because I was helping an old man. My shuttle driver was having back problems, so he was not moving very quickly. And I took over the responsibility of being the baggage handler for my hotel shuttle. So that's why I was late. So you're welcome. What's up, everybody? And let's it'll be a miracle if we break a new likes record, but we can sure try. We need to hit 597 likes. So Tommy, I know you're in class. So if you can get all your classmates to just click the link and hit the like button, and then they can watch or not watch. But I love y'all. Jane, good morning to you. Yeah, my driver Vaclav from the hotel shuttle, he was kind of bent over like like a humpback or hunchback of Notre Dame. He was not in a good mood, man. The dude was definitely in pain. So I had to help him out and was happy to do so. Not that I'm tooting my own horn, but people are giving me a hard time for being late, and that's why I was late. So welcome to the West Side again here. This is episode 343, and since we're late, why don't we just play the music and welcome everybody? And let's see if I can find the music first off. There we go. This is like our stretching. This is our morning stretching music. 2 minutes of morning stretching. Arms up and down. Arms up and down. Now bend over. Oh, an earthquake drill. What's up, Kevin Stanhope? Hey, Ronald, how are you? Ah, thanks, Ronald. Yeah, I felt bad for him. He was definitely in the hunchback mode, so I took over the responsibility of baggage handler. It's all good. We're here. We're grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you're here. And I set a ridiculous goal today. I said if we can raise $250, I will do 100 push-ups. No, 100 jumping jacks and 50 push-ups, but not all at once. So that's the crazy goal. Oh, really? It leaves at 2? Ooh. Dang. I might have to stick around longer. I hope my battery lasts, Tommy. Thanks for letting me know. I have to check out of the hotel at 4. So I might be able to make that happen. We'll see. What's up, Travis? Welcome, everybody, to episode 343 of Pip's PLANESPOTTING Live. Doing the morning stretches. That's what we should do every morning with this. Do some morning stretches. All right. Yeah. We set a ridiculous goal today. By the way, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who was kind enough to contribute yesterday. It was definitely a team effort. And here we are, rewarded with a beautiful sunny morning here in Salt Lake City. Thanks to all of you and supporting the channel. So, thank you so much. Rainy Cajun, what's up? Breakfast this morning. I just had the usual Hyatt Place scrambled eggs, hash browns, oatmeal and yogurt, and then 1 sausage patty. I'll tell you what, the Hyatt Place in Portland, Oregon may be a little more expensive, but they do not scrimp on the bacon. They got nice thick cut bacon there. So shout out to the Hyatt Place Portland Airport. Ronald, they didn't have snow yesterday, so to give you a little background, on Saturday they had Noah's Ark. They set, I think, the second highest rain total ever in Salt Lake on Saturday. They had 1.8 inches of rain in the valley, and then the snow was Saturday. It was about, I think, 8,500 feet is kind of where the snow was. So at the beginning of our show yesterday, we had the Mount Olympus mountains around 10,000 feet had some nice snow. I know some of the ski resorts in Big Cottonwood Canyon, Little Cottonwood Canyon, they had close to a foot of snow. So all the moisture came on Saturday, Ronald. I told you guys the Cubs needed a perfect plan, and they just, nope, they do not have it right now. The other runway, by the way, is back open. So runway 34 right is back open, but we should still see some departures, and I am optimistic that they will switch flow here before all the heavies come. So cross your fingers. But there, I guess, is the Acon course. That's right, Travis. You're welcome, Ronald. Happy to do so. I was kind of hoping that the rain would carry over till yesterday, so maybe I could show you but it's a beautiful day in Salt Lake, and typically around this is usually the first or second weekend in October is usually based on not only me living here in the past, but overall when they usually get the first snow of the year in the mountains. It's usually right around first or second weekend in October. Hi, Tyson. Good morning. Cool beans, dude. That's fantastic. Good morning. It was so nice to have you join me yesterday. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, good sir. Tyson joined us in person. He was kind enough on his day off to come visit us. Really appreciate it. right, we got a 737 taxiing in here, and then an A220 behind it. I'll tell you where theirs are coming in from. We will see things pick up, by the way. Right now they got some departures on the east side. Which doesn't surprise me, which is what they usually do when they are on south flow. There's a majority of departures on the east side. But I'm trying not battle the sun. By the way, I did get sunburned, so as much as I tried to avoid the sun, I did get sunburned on my head yesterday. So that's why I try and avoid the sun, because at 4,200 feet, it happens quick. It happens quick. So thank you for tuning in. Maybe they'll be nice and they'll switch flow earlier. And more typically, the arrivals, if they're on south flow, some will land on the west side here, like we have one arriving right now, and I'll see if I can point it out to you. There we go. Hey, Scott Kuiper, good morning. Penzie Plains will be streaming. If only we had the runway closed one more day, we would have more action over here. But thanks for tuning in nonetheless, and we'll see probably some heavy action later. Scott Kuiper, are you going to be streaming from your driveway again? Whoa, Kevin, thank you so much for the $5 super chat for the sunscreen. Aloe fun. Thank you. That's really kind of you.
Good manners are the glue of society.
Very kind of you. And that's kind of why I hide from the sun when possible here. So if you're going to do, my recommendation, if you are doing some spotting, east side after 12 or 1 o'clock, depending on the time of year, is the best because the sun won't be in your face. And then from about, I don't know, 6 a.m. till 1 on the west side. But that's just my recommendation. They also have... Alan, good morning. Welcome into Salt Lake City as we get another arrival. They also have a nature path here at the airport. I'll show you where it is. And, but give me 1 second here. You may not know that, but there is a nature path that goes all along the south end of the airport. I'll show you here in a second. All right, we got an arrival. Colorado Springs is what was in our camera. On an E-175, then we got an A220 coming in from Houston. We got like 4 arrivals in a row for runway 16 right. No, yeah, 16 right. Josh Aldridge, good morning to you. There is our Colorado Springs. Oh, good, Tyson. Got some videos of me. Tyson recorded the whole show, I think, on his little Sony camera there. So this next arrival is our Houston A220 Whale. Oh, they had an ATC 0 situation? Oops. I'm glad it's fixed. Thank you for the alert on that. it is. Well, we needed some departures. Let's see if we can get some of these western departures here in the next, I don't know, next hour when they turn around. Yeah, I do. I'm very particular about my name and likeness, Rainy Cajun. Oh yeah, there is the Delta 522 Delta Zulu. Checking it out. So Burbank's in, Colorado Springs is in, Houston is in. Houston is landing right now. Sorry. Correction, is landing right now. I was a little ahead of myself. Some bad commentary right there. It's amateur hour. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Welcome to Salt Lake City. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we're only $245 away from 100 jumping jacks and 50 push-ups. And I specifically set it that high because I know it may not happen. That way I won't get any ridiculous requests. So I'm kind of protecting myself. No, Tucson, no. Jane, are you talking about the actual city or the airport? Tucson is way smaller than Salt Lake City. Okay, so no, let me refresh that, Jane. I slept okay last night, so we'll see how my brain functions. All right, the actual city of Salt Lake City, Jane, is in fact smaller than Tucson. I think the population is like 220,000. But the Wasatch Front, which covers basically from like Ogden north about 30-40 miles and south to Provo, is well over 2 million people. So the actual city of Salt Lake, population-wise, is smaller than Tucson, and size-wise is smaller, but the overall metropolitan area is way bigger than Tucson. So yeah. Rainy Cajun, unfortunately, I have zero money. I have zero money. I wish I could. The only thing I'm probably going to buy for Prime Days is some shaving cartridges. Yeah. Yep. So welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining in, don't forget to like and subscribe. So thankful that you could be part of the action. This is a hub airport, so again, going back to what we talked about before, there'll be a lot of action, then very little, then a lot of action, like every 75-90 minutes. Next arrival will be SkyWest 4022 from Tulsa, then it's SkyWest 3074 or 3744 from Long Beach, and then I think we have one making the right turn. Then it's Delta 2025 from Orlando on a 321neo. Then it's Delta 2290 from Memphis on a 737-800. Then it's Delta 1291 from DFW. So we've got a bit of action. And it looks like we have, let's see how good my my camera skills are. They're okay, but they're not great. So I'm trying to zoom in slowly if I can. When it's all blue sky, it's tough to, but we do have planes. Aaron, how's it going? Oh, excellent question, Aaron. Give me 1 second. Since I'm a great failure at trying to find this plane, I will tell you. Yeah, I need a super zoom lens. Unfortunately, those are like $3,000–$4,000. So one day. Okay, so Aaron asked, how do I, what camera setup do you use? So Aaron, I have a 7, no, that is a 737. I have a Canon XA70. It's a pretty good camera for low light, kind of middle of the road. And then I have a laptop, and then I have a cable, and then I have a soundboard. I have a Rodecaster 2. And then I also have a broadcasting headset. Storm Chaser Mark, good morning to you. Welcome to the west side of Salt Lake City. If you missed our west side action yesterday, we were able to catch the A350 from Seoul, South Korea landing here, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, there are quite a few military jets about 30 miles north of us, Matthew, of course, with Hill Air Force Base. Hill Air Force Base is home to F-35s. They got several squadrons of F-35s and F-22s. You're welcome. I actually have a video, too, on my page that tells you my entire setup as well. So I'll have to find that. If you haven't hit the like button, sure appreciate it if you would. And welcome in. I'm here to answer any questions about Salt Lake City, the airport, and I used to live here. For those who don't know, I actually used to live here. This is where it all began when I started live streaming. And I lived here from 2020, call it 2021. Yeah, 2021 to 2023. That was my first time living here. But I actually lived here a long time ago when I went to school and got my degree at Weber State University. Go Wildcats. So I lived here from 2005 to 2008. So I've lived in Utah twice. Thanks, Kevin Stanhope, for your contribution this morning. Again, we've got our crazy, ridiculous goal as this Orlando flight lands here on A321neo. Our goal is $250, and if we reach $250, I'll do 100 jumping jacks and 50 push-ups. Not all at once, because I don't have a body like well, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. They don't call me the Pebble for nothing. Favorite ski resort? Excellent question. Travis Michaels says. Travis Michaels wants to know favorite ski resort. My personal favorite, here's the deal. So I didn't go skiing often, so I need to not sound like an expert, but I will be in depth with my answer. And here's our Memphis arrival on a 737-800. I'm hoping one of these goes long, but Random says Brighton. Brighton's a good choice, but I am going to give a shout out to Snow Basin. So here's the deal. And of course, you have Deer Valley in Park City and all that jazz. But I will say Snow Basin for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's not in the Salt Lake Valley, so you don't have that giant amalgamation of people as opposed to Alta or Brighton. Snow Basin has some nice high-speed runs. They also have a great view of the valley, not Salt Lake Valley, but Morgan and Huntsville, and so I'm giving a shout out to Snow Basin. And Snow Basin's about 45 minutes away from Salt Lake City. From the airport, you're about 45, 50 minutes. But it's away from Salt Lake City, so a lot of people like the convenience of being in the valley and being near Big and Little Cottonwood Canyons. But Snow Basin is further away, so you don't have often as many people. And the other thing that's beneficial is when you go into Big Cottonwood Canyon to Alta or Brighton, it's 2 lanes. That's it. There's only one way in and one way out, basically. So if there's an accident, traffic is stopped, period. Snow Basin, there's a little more flexibility because you can take I-84 or you can take Highway 193, if I remember correctly. So shout out to Snow Basin, and honorable mention will be Sundance outside of Provo. So honorable mention to Sundance. Moab's pretty awesome, of course. How far is Salt Lake City from Reno, Tahoe? I've actually driven that, and it's about 500 miles, 520 miles. Oh, there it is. There's our DHL. It's a heavy alert, our first of the day. How about that? Thank you, guys. That's the plane I was trying to zoom in on earlier in the sky that I couldn't. But there it is. Makes a left turn. Nice to see you, Randy. DHL from Denver. Thank you, Benjamin. So, shout out to Snow Basin. Tyson's been a member of Exit Row for 5 months, 8 months. Thank you so much, Tyson. Appreciate that. Brian Henry. I know, man. Well, you know what? Good news, Brian Henry. We will be back in DFW November 8th through the 11th. So yes, I have been missing all the action, so I'm looking forward to coming back. So November 8th through the 11th, we will be there. There's an A319. So, of course, the concourse is filling up. This is a Delta hub. Morning, Robbie. Thanks everybody for voting in the poll so far. Oh, it's going all right. I slept okay. I didn't sleep great. I'm not gonna lie. And then I got a bloody nose this morning because I try and sleep in cool air conditioning. The problem is it's higher altitude here and it's dry. So my nose was like, oops. So I got a bloody nose, but that's all right. Oh yeah, I see the E6, Aaron. Let's see how good my skills are. They're not very good. I'm going to tell you right now. They are not good at all. I need like a 200 to 600 lens. I need to steal Stevens of Jet View Visuals in Phoenix. He's got a 200 to 600. And that is the lens I need. Not weird at all, Ronald. Yeah, we're looking forward to get back to DFW. Sorry, I have a Mentos in my mouth. A fresh maker. Looks like a SkyWest regional there from St. George. Thank you, Benjamin. Delta ladies all in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yes. I have not shown you the... You can kind of see it from here. But there is actually a nature trail. If you look just past... Actually, you know what? The best thing to do is show the hotel. So that is the Hyatt Place Hotel. That building that's about 5 stories. There is a nature trail that's open from like 7 a.m. or sunset to sundown along the south side of Salt Lake International Airport, and it goes all the way across the airport property on the south side. So it's about 3 miles-ish, and you can walk all the way from the Hyatt Place to South Temple, and it will take you the entire way to South Temple, but it covers the entire airport property on the south side, just the south side. But there's a nature path, so just FYI if you're ever here. Oh, look at that. We got one de-icing truck. They must be practicing. Looks like they're practicing today. Right on. Getting ready for the winter season. All right, Kevin, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate that. Appreciate your contribution. We'll catch you soon, sir. Okay, now Mattman's asking for the deep questions. The deep questions. All right, so Mattman wants me to zoom in as far as I can. You can kind of see the data boards. I need a bigger lens, though. What's up, Mark Bright Spark? Thank you so much. How was your swim? All right, so you can see that That digital board above the gate says the next is going to Minneapolis, and you got an hour to go, I believe. So, if you can see that, it says a minute or an hour and 3 minutes. The control tower is north of here, Jane. You can't see it on this side. You can see it on the south side. We got a little traffic, Spano sucks. Welcome into Salt Lake City. Been to SLC I-80. There's more of a transfer point. That is correct. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. Thank you very much.
I can ship my pants for free.
Wow,
Well-
I just may ship my pants.
Thank you so much. Now we only have to raise $243 for me to do jumping jacks and push-ups. Tyson Price sending 5 memberships. Tyson, thank you so much.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you, Tyson, Anthony Power, Mateo Roberto, Luis Gomez, Gary Sylvie, and Billy Borden. Tim, you've been a member of First Class Premier for 6 months, half a year. Let's go. Always enjoy having been part of this community and look forward to your streams. Thank you, Timothy, Theus, and thank you, Timothyus.
How's your mother, by the way?
Harry Carey, we need all the support we can get right now. Tim, you are the man. Thank you so much for supporting me and coming to the live streams. Now we got a little congestion here. Benjamin's been a member of Premium Economy. Thank you, Benjamin Denowith. Appreciate you.
Good manners are the glue of society.
So there's an I think that's a A321 is blocking everything. So it's blocking this, what appears to be A319, and that A319, and this guy is blocking it. I'm sure the pilots are getting frustrated. They're getting frustrated. They're like, and they're so upset. Lynn Christie, you've been a member of Premium Economy for 4 months.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you, Lynn. Penguins are next. We do have an arrival. It is the Penguin from Frontier and A320neo. Thank you, Travis. Oh, I know, Scott. I was not. Listen, the Brewers are just a better team, and I can accept that. There's nothing I can do. That's true, Spanos. The Mammoth are here now. NHL starts this week. But if you're a skier, let me tell you something. In December, January, February, and March, this airport is slammed. You got people from all over the world flying in. No joke. Tyson, I'm going to tell your bishop. Well, here's the deal. The Chicago Cubs have been in a 3-1 hole before and have won the World Series. So anything is possible. No, not today, Mark. Tyson's chilling at home. It was nice to have him to join us yesterday. I know, Tim. I know. I apologize. But I warned you guys that yesterday. The sun and I do not get along. My face. That's usually what happens. So when we're on South Flow, that's why it's imperative that, finally this guy is moving. It is imperative that we switch to North Flow as soon as possible. The winds are basically calm, so they could go either way. But I think ATC will make the switch right around noon, maybe 11 o'clock. I'm hopeful. Look at this backup here. 1, 2, 3, 737, A319, A321. The A319 just waiting. Yeah, if the winds can pick up a little bit from the north, that would be definitely helpful. Yep, it's true, Travis. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Let's see what the winds are going to be for later on. Yeah. So right around 11 or noon, they'll probably switch flow. Correct, Mark. Yeah, we came over to the west side today. That is correct. Aaron, it is back open. Yes, they actually, I was watching it this morning, and they opened it a few minutes early. That is correct. Sorry, Matt, man. I apologize. I don't have a bigger zoom for the screen. I'll have to bring a DSLR next time with a 200-600 lens. Pretty much, Scott. This is basically, this is a Delta Super Hub, I'd call it. I would say about 75% of the traffic is Delta. No question about it. That's right, I'm a Derby County fan. All right, man, we'll see you later. Thanks for your help. Kip, welcome in. Well, thanks so much for giving a thumbs up and subscribing from Connecticut. Yeah, the data boards have a countdown clock, Matt, man. They tell you where it's going, and then also the countdown. So Ontario is, looks like an hour 25. Actually, I think that is, yeah, no, that's hour 25 on schedule, so till it goes out, or till you're late. All right, right now everybody's liking Salt Lake City so far. Thank you everybody for voting. 33% like Salt Lake City, 29% like Phoenix, 21% like Portland, and 17% like Denver. Thank you everybody for voting. I'm actually kind of surprised, but not really. Brian has a question. Here's a question for you, Pip. United at DFW services all their hubs, but not LAX. Not sure why, though. Good question. Maybe Benjamin might know the answer to that question. I think that is interesting, kind of. Apparently, they don't have the demand. I guess it all comes down to money, numbers, and cents. But that is kind of interesting. American obviously has a hub in LAX, a base there. But yeah, that is kind of interesting. But they don't have, United doesn't have direct service to LAX. United's hub in LAX isn't the biggest in the world either. But, I mean, Delta, United, and American all have hubs in LAX. They don't want to miss out on the second biggest population center in America. That's a great question. I do not know, Brian. Yeah, that's okay, Mark. It was 2 weeks ago in Denver. I thought I saw you there. But I'm glad. I like Portland a lot, and I like Salt Lake a lot. So I think I'm going to figure out how to get to Portland, see if we can get to Portland one more time. Salt Lake, the only thing that is preventing me from coming back to Salt Lake is how expensive it is. From Tucson to Salt Lake City, when I looked on Delta, was $400. I flew Southwest, and it was not $400. It was probably like $210. This mountain range is the Ochre Mountains. The east side is the Wasatch Mountains, the west side, the Ochre Mountains. Oh, that's nice of you, Lynn. Yeah, we enjoyed having Ren. The only problem that Ren gave us the bird flu. But other than that, we loved having Ren and Reddy Cajun in person. All right, we'll cross our fingers, Aaron. It lands on the west side. So we're monitoring runway 16 right. Oh yeah, I see it there, Aaron. Looks like we might have a Delta 2214 from Nashville on a 737-900 landing here shortly. Yeah, Lynn, that was a good one for sure. Everybody loved the compressor stall. Yeah, you know, you'd think so, random, but that's how they make their money. That is how they make their money. That's why Charlotte is one of America's favorite hubs, because with so little competitive traffic, American dominates and makes that money. And Delta's pretty same way in Seattle. Pretty expensive to fly out of Seattle, though not as dominant here in Salt Lake City. Which is why I would like to start my airline here at Salt Lake City. My regional airline called Flydaho. So, yeah, $400. Whenever I've flown out of Salt Lake, the cheapest fares are usually to LA, Seattle, Portland, and maybe Florida. Other than that, they are very expensive to the rest of the West. Thank you for spelling the Ochre Mountain, the correct spelling, Tyson, the Ochre Mountains. Yeah, Aaron, they are the low-cost Provo, low-cost option for people, the ultra low-cost option, because you have Breeze down there, you have Allegiant, and Americans flying to Phoenix and DFW, because I think DFW... Because American, I think, just doesn't want Breeze to compete. So, definitely some reasoning behind that. Yeah. Yeah, it was $4 bills. $4 bills to fly from Tucson to Salt Lake round trip. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Pip's Plane Spotting Live. Oh, there goes my battery. Stand by. Where did my batteries go? Oh, they're right there in front of my face. And we're back. I see it. And there's our Nashville flight. Thank goodness nobody wants to see me do jumping jacks and push-ups. We only need to raise $233 more to watch me do 100 jumping jacks and 50 push-ups. Thank goodness nobody wants to do that. Ah, Tyson, funny man, funny man. Thankfully, the batteries so far have been pretty good. They're all pretty new, so they're not doing too bad. There's our Nashville tail, a shark tail. Baby shark. Doo, 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 doo. If you do encounter buffering, just be patient, refresh the page. We'll do whatever it takes to get on the air. And I'm really impressed you guys like Salt Lake. And, well, you know, we haven't done Salt Lake in over a year. Yeah, I absolutely, Jane. I'll be okay. This is a light day for me. Lighter day. Just seeing what we can do to get ATC to switch to the north side, or to the north flow. I think we do have that 757 landing here. Let's take a look at that. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes. Indeed. We sure do. It'll come into the view shortly. There it is, 757, the Flying Pencil 300, no less. I don't know we got any room left to fit them here on the south side. Mark, well done. Well, there's a restaurant. I usually like rice, and I will do rice and like a little bit of steak or some like Jamaican jerk chicken, like a little bit of a kick. There's our Flying Pencil. Oh, we might see it. I think we might see it. Our first one to go along here. Yep. Come on. Come on. Just a little further. Hey! A 300 variant. Yep, I'll be flying home tonight, Scott. My flight takes off about 6:10 through Las Vegas. All right, I won't touch the camera. Hi, Ro, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome, welcome. Greetings from Arlington. I will be flying Southwest. Yes, Tyson. So I'll be flying home at 6:10 through Las Vegas and then to Tucson. And then back to work tomorrow. As usual. Next arrivals will be, got a little break in the action. So I wonder if they'll switch to North Flow beginning at 11 o'clock. Our Amsterdam is scheduled to arrive around 12:30, which is good. Yeah, so let me give you a little information on my flights home. So I'm flying Southwest. It is flight 3446 to Salt Lake City. And then my connecting flight will be flight 3447 to Tucson. And hey, I want to give a quick shout out to our friend Raina Taylor. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Raina. Tucson from Phoenix is, driving wise, it depends where in Tucson. I'll just say 100 miles. 100 miles or so. Tyson. Give you a shot of the mountains here. Tucson from Pinal County from the air park. No, I don't really want to meet Frank. I don't really want to meet Frank at all. I can't afford to meet Frank. Part of the northern part of like Marana is in Pinal County, so but I really have no desire to meet Frank, not because I don't like him, but I can't afford to meet him. So that's the only catch. I can't really afford to meet him, Tyson. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. So we got a little downtime before the next arrival. So I'm going to be watching the radar. I wish I could. That would be great, but I don't think he allows Rainy Cajun civilians to ride in with him. This is the part I know that is okay, but so Salt Lake is like a hub airport, so you'll have a busy 75 minutes, and then because they dominate so much, then it's really slow for 75 minutes. And then it's busy, and it's slow, and it's busy, and it's slow. But we are here because of all of you being so kind, contributing to the show yesterday, and thank you, Kevin Stanhope and who else? Kevin and Tyson and Spanos Sucks contributing. So I appreciate that very much. I could be his camera person. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Tyson. Tell you what, when I finally get to the airport, I'm gonna go to Cafe Rio, I think. Hopefully. Our next broadcast, let's take a look at the weather for Phoenix here. Give me a second. Because we might do a broadcast on Monday. It definitely will not be Tuesday. I have doctor's appointments on Tuesday. What is the weather in Tucson? First, let's check Tucson. What is the long-term forecast? Tucson will be 95 tomorrow, and then, oh, look at this. Wow, we're down to 80 degrees on Sunday, according to the forecast, but thunderstorms in the forecast. So that sucks. Rainfall, heavy potential for rainfall Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Tucson could have some rain. So that's interesting. Take a look at Phoenix for the upcoming weekend. Oh wow, Phoenix is down to Saturday and Sunday and Monday down to the 80s. Wow. 80 degrees on Monday. Dang. If I'm able to get my grocery shopping done, we may have to do a stream, Tim. We may just have to do a stream on Monday. We'll see. And then the following week, we'll most likely be headed to San Diego for a couple days. And then, just 3 weeks from now, we will be in Anchorage, Alaska. Now, I've never been to Anchorage, Alaska. I have no idea what the cell phone service signal is up there. And I've looked at a couple different options, but it'll be interesting. We'll do our best, but I've never been up to Anchorage. Meat and potato pie sounds fantastic. Mark, what's up? Colin, how are you? Meat and potatoes. You are making me hungry, Mark. I don't know if I'll be able to get a lunch because Tommy told me that on the schedule, the A350 from LA, the Olympic livery, is on the schedule. The A350 LA 2028 livery is on the schedule to depart, and it might depart on this side. So I am willing to sacrifice my body hunger if that is the case. Perhaps. I'm not sure. Depends how hungry I am. I don't see it anywhere. Hey, Trucker Norm, good morning to you, sir. How are you? What's going on? I don't see it on the schedule. I do not see it on the schedule. So if anybody can find the A350 for Delta flying back to Los Angeles today, and if so, at what time? I don't see anything yet. Deb, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. How art thou? We're just having a little break between the action here in Salt Lake City. Welcome in to Actually, the people have voted, and Salt Lake City continues to lead the way over Portland, Denver, and Phoenix, which is quite interesting. So welcome in, everybody, to Pip's Plane Spotting Live. This broadcast is made possible, I'll tell you right now, by everybody who was kind enough to contribute to the channel yesterday. So thank you goes out to all of you. You know who you are, and I know who you are. So it was a laundry list, so we had a great show. And I'm telling you, if my battery had not shut down on my Wi-Fi hotspot, we would have beaten the likes record that we had originally. There's just no question about it. No question about it. So Tim, Tim, if I can get my grocery shopping done, there's a pretty high probability we could probably do a Monday live stream if the weather holds out. Man, down to 80. Man, I'm just getting giddy just thinking about it. That is pretty sweet sauce right there, my friend. Might have to bring Timotheus and Steven. So right now, for your information, Salt Lake City is still on South Flow. So they usually send the majority of departures to the east side, and we're on the west side, but the sun is not on the west side, and that's why I'm on the west side. So if we could go longer, we would probably do it. So yeah. So thank you for forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry, by the way. So we'll be in San Diego, Anchorage, DFW, and might sneak in one more city. I've got a doctor's appointment next week, and then after that, I can figure out when I can travel and when I cannot, because I'm going to have a colonoscopy, or would like to have a colonoscopy before the end of the year. So at some point, I'm going to have to schedule one, or I'd like to. And then that's going to determine where we're going to travel, or when we can travel. So I've been in a holding pattern, but of course, with the weather cooling off, we're going to be doing a lot more close to home action in Tucson, in Phoenix, in San Diego. We might even swing up to Las Vegas with the cooler weather. Maybe even Gary. You know, you never know, Kevin. Kevin, what would you do if I actually broadcasted from Gary? That's what I want to know. I want to know, Kevin, what would you do if we live streamed from Gary, Indiana? That is the real question. This is kind of the challenge of a hub airport. You've got busy times and then you've got slow times. You've got busy times and then slow times. So thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. Thank you Spanos, Tyson, and Kevin Stanhope. Ontario, huh? See some UPS heavies? Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin, when we get to DFW, we'll definitely see some UPS heavies, a few of them. We might have to do DFW again. Or maybe we should finally go to Memphis. But I'm not going to bring all the equipment in case I get carjacked or jumped. Ugh. I was sitting on my badunkadunk. Pete's Pedals and Plays, what's up? Rod says Ontario would be cool. Might have to drive the truck. Pete says, keep on keeping on with spirit. I'll tell you what, folks. I will make sure to hang out here when we switch to North Flow, and it'll get a lot busier, I promise. But in the meantime, maybe I should just do some dancing. Dancing for tips. If I had any space, I would, but I am like squeezed in here. So let me show you. If you're not familiar with people in Utah, they like the trucks. They like big trucks. They like ridiculously big trucks. And so, like, I'm squeezed in here. And there's parking everywhere. See, I'm like squished in here. I have nowhere to go. Salt Lake is a very busy airport, and they need more space. They also are awarded the 2034 Winter Olympic Games because nobody else bid on them. Shows you how much the cost of the Olympics is these days. We are looking to the west, so if you want to go on I-80 and you just keep going I-80 west, that's when you'll run into the Bonneville Salt Flats. Sean Wynn, what's up? In fact, I-80 is right there. Air King Flyer, I like big trucks and I cannot lie. Very true in Utah. Very, very true in Utah. So that's Interstate 80. Goes all the way out to San Francisco. Kevin asked me earlier, how long is the drive to Reno? And it's probably 500 miles. And it stinks. It is so boring. You get to Elko and it's like, oh, population. And then nothing. If you want to stay at a hotel that's very convenient to the nature path, that is where I stayed last night. Jerry formed today. Oh, the hurricane? But you're talking about Jerry Jones. Hyatt Place. I promise there will be more action, but this is a great opportunity to get to know the Pipster. If you have any questions, feel free. The Great Basin? No, there's... Oh, and the Great Salt Lake is out to the west, too. There's not a whole lot out to the west. Yeah, like out there, that's out towards the Great Salt Lake. There ain't much out there. Oh, I hear some pushbacks. I hear bells ringing. So we're going to see these planes be a moving here. We got a full complement. We got 175s, 737s, A321s, a little bit of everything. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Our poll still shows Salt Lake City 31% of the vote with 78 votes. Phoenix with 26%. Portland with 21%. Now Denver with 23%. Wow. Did not expect that. But Salt Lake, fan favorite. We'll definitely have to consider coming back. I wish I could, but Tyson, the camera can't point to Sandy. It can only point to like Magna and like West Valley. If we were on the east side, we could definitely point to Sandy. I think a lot of my ex-girlfriends live in Sandy too. And Farmington. And also Sugar House. It is lovely, Deb. I agree. We've been to, I think we counted 8 airports. All right, I'm going to switch up the poll question with 80 votes. Salt Lake City with 30%. So we'll have to consider coming back to Salt Lake City. Maybe, I'll tell you what, I'm not opposed to doing a cold weather stream. We just have to find a good weather day. So, I have no problem coming back on a cold weather day, maybe getting you some snow-capped mountains and some snow. But we just have to find a good fare. But, what was I going to say? We're starting to get these pushbacks here. No, my exes. I didn't have a single girlfriend from Texas. Not a single girlfriend, Kevin, from Texas. Texas women, I guess, don't like me, sadly. All right, E175, that's going to Great Falls. And then we got an A220 that's getting ready to head to Boise. Deb likes San Diego, LAX, and Frankfurt, though. Good choices. I am going to end the poll. Phoenix 24, Denver 20, or Phoenix 25, Denver 24, and Portland 21. That's kind of surprising. I really like Portland myself. You said which city would you like to go back to out of the 4? I would most definitely have said Portland. 100%. Aaron, Alaska's Pixar Pier livery is scheduled to arrive at, 12:32. Thanks for the alert on that, Aaron. I like to hear that. And if everybody can cross their fingers for the ATC to switch flow to north runway, that would be dope. Insider information, Air King Flyer says on Boom. You know, no news I think is good news. I haven't heard anything. But Air King Flyer, what that does remind me is I at some point do want to make it out to North Carolina to the factory. But I have not heard anything. Last I heard is they did have a successful test about, was that 5 months ago? Out in Mojave on their prototype, the X-1B. But they still have a long way to go. That's just, but no, I haven't heard anything, any news in a while. Very interesting question. Yeah. Come on, give me the switch, baby. Give me the switch. Oh, yeah, you met some of the people at the warehouse in Sandy? No, you know, Jane, I will tell you, in my experience, I am a big fan of ATC here in Salt Lake City. As we see this E-175 head out to Great Falls, Montana. Tyson Price. I most definitely eat a peanut butter and salsa sandwich. I do not have $500. Yeah, no. Salt Lake City ATC does a really, 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 really good job. I'm a big fan of Salt Lake City ATC. There's our A220 hiding there. Getting ready to go out to Boise, Idaho. Going to end the poll now. And I'm going to start a new poll. Yeah, me too, Scott. I loved Portland. I definitely want to go back, for sure, 100%. In fact, as soon as I figure out when I'm going to get my colonoscopy done, then I can kind of figure out where I can go and when. All right, so I'm going to start a new poll question. The poll question is, which cargo hub would you most like to see Pip go to for a live stream? So give me just a second, and I will enter in. Oh, listen to those Wookiee engines. You can always tell it's an A220. Excellent work, Scott. Excellent work. Mine is, yeah. Excellent work, Scott. What other cargo hub could I put in there? And if you do encounter buffering, just hang with us. Sometimes we do have blips, so just ask for your patience. I'm going to add one more. Another really, really good cargo hub. One that makes you say, oh my. I know. We're already going to Anchorage, so I'm not including that on our list. You can hear its engines howling. Ooh. Oh, Air King Flyer November 20th for you. Nice. Okay, so check out all these seagulls above. This is kind of interesting. If I can. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I got a little dust on the lens, I see. I'm trying to get seagulls. I got a little dust on the sensor. Bruce buffering. Well, Scott, I would most likely have to rent a truck. That's the caveat, is I would most likely have to rent a truck with Louisville. You want me to go to Germany? Well, I was thinking a little more affordable, Kevin, being domestic. I do thank you for your contribution, but maybe a little more affordable. All right, we finally get good news, everybody. We're getting some West Side departures. SkyWest Patrick says Anchorage. Well, then, SkyWest Patrick, you are in luck because we will be going to Anchorage at the end of the month. All right, we've got Great Falls moving and grooving here. You'll see it momentarily. This is the terminal building. Should be moving and grooving here. Oh, there it is. There it is. There we go. There's our first West Side departure of this show. Thanks, everybody, for your patience. Yes, Frankfort, Kentucky, much cheaper ride. And also the capital of Kentucky. So kind of a hashtag 1-2 blessed combo. Here goes another pushback. Dreambert, how's it going? All is well, in fact. Yes, you will, Scott. I have marked down the dates, and I even know where you're staying because you told me. We got a double pushback here. It's like a double rainbow, but better. Actually, we got a triple pushback. 1, 2, and 3. 8220. Dueling pushbacks. I might have a heavy departure. All right, we'd like to hear that, Scott. Some Hawaiian action? I think you might be right. All right, next departure will be Delta 2095 to Boise. And then, yeah, Scott, I think you're probably right. We got a 767-300 getting ready to go to Honolulu. I think that is a good observation, Mr. Kuiper. Yeah, Scott, we'll just chill in the back of my truck and watch planes take off after work. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Like I said, it's an up. Salt Lake is kind of like a super hub. So Delta has a lot of action, 75 minutes, then it's slow, then it's fast paced. So that's just kind of how it is here. I want to say Salt Lake is the smallest hub for Delta, like by total passenger movements. So let me think about that. I think I'm right, though. I guess LaGuardia could be technically smaller, but it probably has more aircraft movements. But let's see. Delta has LaGuardia, Seattle, Boston, I guess, is a hub. JFK, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Detroit. Yeah, I think Salt Lake's probably the smallest. Maria, hello to you. Welcome in. And there goes our A220 to Boise. 22100. It's gonna make a right turn, and then another right turn, and then go north. Alrighty, we'll keep our eyes out for that 767-300 that is going to H&L. Ah, yes, Matthew, thank you for alerting us of the Seoul plane. We might get a west side departure for that. I'm going to go ahead and set the heavy alert for our 767 here, going to Hawaii. Slovakia. We are, by the way, $233 away from Pip doing 100 push-ups, or 100 jumping jacks and 50 push-ups. I guess I could try 100 push-ups. Yeah, I feel pretty good about the Incheon, Seoul, South Korea A350 taking off on our side, but you never know. So we will see. The transatlantic departures will usually use the east side. However, this is going to Trans-Pacific out to the west, so I'm interested to see which way this goes. And here goes our 767 here, right there. Christian, what's up? Oh, you'll give me $1 for each op spotting? Oh man, that's a deal. All right, I will be on the lookout. There it goes. Now we're cooking. Oh yeah, now we're in the business. Reno, you know, all right, I will consider Reno, Christian, and then, you know, I'm really mad at myself because the last time I was on Rattlesnake Mountain, I did not test my cell phone signal. So I'm not sure if I could do a stream from on top of Rattlesnake Mountain or not. Maybe with Starlink. Probably, yeah. Kevin says Louisville. I would probably say Louisville too. Although Indianapolis and Cincinnati gets their fair share of 747s, 100%. They have towers on top of Rattlesnake? All right. Yeah, I'm really mad at myself. I didn't test. All right, thank you very much, Scott Kuiper. Have a safe trip to Philadelphia, and I'll keep an eye out for it. So we got a nice line moving here on the west side now. Finally. So everybody come back. Here's our E175, Ear 175. Adios. Now we're in rapid fire mode. Next, E175 headed to Oakland, California. Right there. Liking it, loving it. Verizon on top of Rattlesnake. Okay. Yeah, I got T-Mobile. Next one up, Salt Lake to Minneapolis on a 737-900. See, we are cooking. Tim probably ran off. I'm like, no, Tim, wait. This is going to Minneapolis on a 737-900. They sure do, Lynn. No question about it. I hear ya. DFW's got like 4 or 5 747s, and they continue to grow their cargo footprint. LA's got a good number of 747s as well. All right, what do we got next? Because they are all lining up on the west side here. Drum roll, please. That was an East 175. And that's going to Redmond, Oregon. And then we got Sun Valley or Haley, Idaho. Next. All right, thank you for the Tyson. Thank you for the alert on that. We'll keep an eye out, see if the A350 stays along the west side. See, this is a perfect example. Good things come to those who wait or are patient. Wait, nope. There it is. All right, we're going to Sun Valley Ski Resort up in Idaho with this 175. Red Iguana. I thought Red Iguana, the founder, passed away, Jet Dispatcher. So I don't know. Is it still open? Also, I have no transportation. Mike Cruz, what's up? This sky is the same color as the ground in Phoenix. Okay. Well, we'll have to check that out, Christian. We might have to make a visit to Reno, the biggest little city in the world. Another E175. Oh, pops out right there. Sounds good, Christian. That would actually work out well. Fifth in line to take off our A330. Thank you so much, Tyson. Excellent, excellent. So we'd like to hear. Rapid fire next in line, 3768 to my favorite airport and yours, FAT, Fresno Air Terminal. subscribers. 97 likes. Thanks for the update, Trucker Norm. Thanks everybody for hitting that thumbs up button. Excuse me while I adjust the tripod. All right, I don't even have time to look at flight radar. They're just sending them ATC saying go, 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 go. Now an E-175 to Eugene, Oregon. Home of the Oregon Ducks. It would be hard to find a regional flight here in Salt Lake City that is not flown by SkyWest Airlines. They're basically Delta's buddy here in Salt Lake City, so it is rare to find an airline that is not SkyWest out of Salt Lake City. Oh, that's true. It appears to be open. I forgot about tracks, duh. Now it's an A220 Sky High to Orange County. That's a light one today. Orange County down in California, John Wayne. Thank you, Matthew. All right, I don't want to miss the A350 roll. I don't know if I'll have time though, Jet Dispatcher. This was a quick trip. Oh, our A350 is next. I'm going to sound it. Here it comes. To Seoul, South Korea. Annyeong. Sweet. I wonder how long that flight is. I'm going 13 hours. I'm saying 13 hours. I haven't checked and see how long it is, but I'm going 13 hours. Let's see how close I am. Let's see. It's not telling me on here, but I'm going 13 hours. And we still got more departures to go. 1466 is next, headed to Jackson, Wyoming. If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Plane Spotting Live. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for not making me do 100 jumping jacks and 50 push-ups, but we sure appreciate the contributions to the channel. Oh yeah? I did not know he flew back from Seoul. I thought he was in Tokyo. Mark. That'll stick to your bones, right? It's tough to beat, Rod. It is tough to beat. I've never been fortunate enough to fly one just yet. But I have flown a 787, and that's pretty nice. It is pretty nice, but that is a good question to compare. I definitely look forward to flying an A350. Excellent question. Ah, I see. He took the train to Osaka, then flew to Seoul. Must be nice being the heir to the holiday conglomeration. Deck, Second City Coffee. Mark has to be British, right? Yes, that is correct. Ron flew the A350 San Diego to London. Magical experience. That actually does sound magical. Sounds pretty good. I might have to do it, Rod. I might have to jump on board British Airways out of Phoenix because they fly the A350 1000. Might have to do that. Still got some departures headed here. SkyWest 114 Tango 175 headed to Vancouver. Vancouver, Canada. 1225. Nice, Sports Zone. Wait, what flight is arriving at 12:25? Sorry, Sports Zone. I know. Well, I'll have to meet up. I'll have to remember to let him know when I'm in town next. Jet dispatcher. Oh, okay, 12 hours and 25 minutes for the flight. I got it. So we were pretty close. We were pretty close. Thank you, Sports Zone. Thank you, Jane. Premium economy less than 600 bucks? Are you kidding me? Dang, Rod. That's a steal of a deal, sir. That is out of sight. Out of sight. Trucker Norm was on a 747 from Las Vegas to Anchorage. What? Who did you fly? Going to Vancouver, Canada. What's up, man? We could do that, Jet Dispatcher. I'm down with that. That's funny. That's hilarious. I'm down. Totally down with that. That's outstanding. Puerto Vallarta is next. Then it's United 1496 to Denver. Then it's SkyWest 3880 to the capital of Montana, Helena. Then it's Delta 3236 to Long Beach. Then it is Delta 1452 to Spokane. We are rocking and rolling now. Thank you again to everybody for the contributions yesterday that made this stream possible today. And also thank you to Spanos Sucks. Thank you, Kevin Stanhope and Tyson Price. As well as we check out the 737. Puerto Vallarta. Going somewhere warm. But, you know, I'm digging the weather right now here in Salt Lake City. If you do parking, or if you spot from the parking garage, that is, it's about 10 degrees cooler than the air temp, just because we're in the shade. It's kind of nice. Hello. Yes, Jet Dispatcher. Who can forget those days? All right, here comes our United to Denver. Looks like overwhelmingly our poll votes are, well, not overwhelmingly, but a strong number of people are saying Memphis. So it looks like they want to see the Pipster get shot and carjacked. Fair enough. I'll bring the bulletproof vest. Oh, a 737 MAX 10. We're testing. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Sorry. A319 off to Denver. I figured everybody from San Diego, Rod, would love that name. As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that sounds like a true San Diegan. Yep. That sounds like a true San Diegan right there. So yeah, Memphis with 46%. Let's check out this, well, Matthew, I know you're keeping an eye on your Long Beach flight, so don't want to miss that for you. Helena and then Long Beach are next. There goes Helena. Didn't waste any time either. All right, now Long Beach, an A320. This one's for Matthew. They just keep sending us departures here. We got departures to Portland, San Diego, Orlando, and Oakland. Maybe I should have started the show an hour later. All right. I really wanted to try and get up and see Hawaiian leave, but that was at around 7, and I woke up about 5:20, and I just was not feeling it. Definitely not feeling it. That's what happens when you always sleep on a new bed. The first night just doesn't go over well. By the way, has anyone been able to find when that A350 LA 2028 Delta livery is supposed to fly to LAX? Tommy said 2 o'clock today, but I didn't see anything. I have not been to Eugene. It is on the list, but nice. I will have to check it out, Rod. Cool little airport, I bet. I liked Eugene when I drove through it. I liked it. I was like, oh, that's nice scenery. I liked it. I know him, of course. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Thanks for Bryce saying hi, by the way. All right, so 37 votes so far. Everybody wants Pip to get shot. Rainy Cajun, enjoy Biffy. Louisville in second place with 22%, but Memphis overwhelmingly the champion. Whoops. I think that one's going down to San Diego, or maybe it's Portland. Mike Perdomo, what's up? Bad news. Our microwave is making horrible noise. Unfortunately, we can't fix it because they don't make the Kenmore brand anymore. Ouch. Well, you know what you could do is remove the surge protector and then see if you can make a bratwurst explode. I was going to Spokane. Thank you, Matthew. Now this one is going to Portland, then I think the next one is San Diego. That's right. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, everybody. Sorry to hear that, Mike. Food sounds really good, though. I do have some almonds with me. Snacking some almonds. I had some soup last night. Yeah, Dubuque, Iowa, eh? Dubuque. I don't know if they, man, I don't know if Dubuque even has commercial service. I thought American pulled out, or American Eagle pulled out of there. Maybe I was thinking of Waterloo. Maybe I'm thinking of Waterloo, Iowa. All right, now we have a concourse that's basically empty. See? It was full, now it's empty. What's up, Hans? Here goes our A321 to... Are we going to Orlando with this one? Thank you, Rod Moyes. Atlanta to Johannesburg at 10:20. So why is it showing up in Salt Lake City? That is an interesting question. Thanks, Rod. That made my life a whole lot easier. And efficient, too. Well, I mean, but you can't argue with him, Jet Dispatcher. I mean, it is Bolingbrook. Oh, here comes Southwest to Max 8 to lovely Oakland. Sun setting there in Norway, Hans. Hi, Jacob. Welcome to Salt Lake City. Welcome to the west side. That is our Southwest flight to Oakland. Oh, really? Denver air connection. Okay. Now that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, Matt Man. There's the Ochre Mountains. Yeah, Jacob, you are right. They do have a great rail system. They absolutely do. Oh. What's wrong with my camera today? Tim, any special liveries or Air Canadians? I think Canada takes off early in the morning and then WestJet later in the afternoon. So those would be our two. Oh, we did have an Air Canada going to Vancouver, Tim. Thanks, man. I totally spaced it. For Canada. But yeah, we had a Vancouver Delta flight. I dropped the ball on it. My bad. Totally my fault. 1000%. We got two more departures headed our way. It's Delta 1786 to Ontario, California, and then Delta 2022 on an A321neo to Philadelphia. Hey, Scott Kuiper's going to be there. Yep. You can actually, there is a shuttle bus. Jacob is right. There's a shuttle bus that you can take UTA, and they will take you up the mountains to the ski resorts. That is 100% truth. And you know, one of the interesting things that they've talked about here in Salt Lake City is they've talked about the idea of a gondola. So a gondola up Big Cottonwood Canyon to avoid all the accidents. So I actually like the idea myself. The question is, does the public like it? And I don't know. But I like the idea myself. All right, Alaska Pixar. Perfect. Interesting, Rod. That might be the case. The intrigue continues. Well, driving through the canyon, you don't go very fast. So if it can go 35 miles an hour, Jacob, I think it would be all right. Big Cottonwood Canyon is not a fast-moving road. A cog railway, huh? All right, here comes Delta 1786, 737-800, then our Philadelphia on an A321neo. Well, sounds like you've researched this, Jacob. Sounds like we need the Utah Department of Transportation to put you in charge of this. And now our concourse is totally empty. Only 15, huh? Well, that makes sense. Hey, good for you, dude. Good for you, Jacob. Got to be. You're hired. I bet the ladies will, like, be all over you. As they should be. Because who doesn't appreciate a good thinker? Oh, here we go. Ontario. $20 miles per hour, huh? Okay. I still like it because anytime there's an accident, I don't know that they could, and I bet building like a rail would be pretty expensive up through the canyon. That's just me. Waiting for our 321. Where art thou? Oh, there you are. Beep, beep. Philadelphia. So Scott will get that in probably, I'm saying 3 hours and 37 minutes. No, I'll go 347. 347, my final offer. If you're just joining in, welcome into Pip's Plane Spotting Live. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Episode 343. It's a pleasure to have you aboard. Let's see where our transatlantic arrivals are. Amsterdam should be here in a little over an hour. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Amsterdam, a little over an hour. The Pixar, a little over an hour. What else can I tell you? Paris at 1:16. London 1:50. Lots of, yeah, Spanish Fork has a lot of, Spanish Fork, which is south of here, has got a lot of flight schools down there and in Provo. And then Ogden has a couple flight schools and a lot of hangar space up there in Ogden. General aviation, so yeah. That is true, Matthias. That is a truth bomb, sir. They're still keeping us on south flow as we get Delta 2026, getting ready to take off from 16 right. We'll watch it closely. Memphis still leading with 43% of the vote as the next cargo hub overwhelmingly. That's intriguing. $11:36 local time. I'd have to walk to the gas station today for Costa Rica. Or pick up an Uber for like $5 just to go to the gas station. William, hello in New York. What's new? Same old, same old. Welcome to Salt Lake City. Great to see you. I understand that. Both Amazon and DHL. Benjamin says for Cincinnati, it's true. We've actually done Cincinnati twice before, and so I am familiar with it. It would be easier since I'm a little familiar, and I also think I wouldn't need to wear a bulletproof vest. This is Delta 2026 going to Newark, New Jersey, just outside of New York City. It'd make a lot of sense to fly into Newark if you lived in New Jersey. I'll tell you that right now. It is a pain in the butt to cross the river. It's expensive. So yes, if you live in New Jersey, definitely try and fly into Newark, for sure. It's Tuesday. You know, a lot of fare sales usually come out on Tuesday. I'm gonna have to look and see what's out there. Yep. Yeah, I heard that, Jacob. I heard that. That's pretty wild. Burbank is an old airport. It needs to get blown up and start over. It's an old airport that needs to get blown up. That's just my 2 cents. I have to remember how far the walk is to the gas station again. Okay, Tyson. We'll see you later. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate your support, sir. Have a good one. Thanks for your support, sir, and thanks for your membership gifting. It's great having you on the show yesterday. We'll see you later. Yeah, it's a mile away, man. That's too far. Nope. I am lazy. Cannot justify Costa Vida for a mile. I'll just go to Cafe Rio. Oh, we're gonna see. You think it'll take off on this side? I would be surprised, but we will keep an eye out. Matthew. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sure looks like it. Sure looks like it. Next departure. Hey, we got a departure going to Sacramento. Flight 1423. Jake, what's up, dude? Welcome to Salt Lake City. It's an A320 going to Sacramento. We're on the west side of Salt Lake City International. Holiday delicious donuts. I always, you know, even before I knew Kendrick Jet Dispatcher, I usually would go to Holiday because, yeah, I usually would. All right, our flight to Sacramento on the roll. Headed off to the capital of California. And then Matthew pointed out we have that 757 going to take off to Atlanta here shortly. Headed to our side. Thanks everybody for hitting the thumbs up button, subscribing, and thanks for the contributions of Spano Sucks, Tyson Price, and Kevin Stanhope. $50 votes. Still want to see 50 people. And looks like 42% of them, so that would be 20 of you want to see me get shot in Memphis. So that's cool. All right, Jacob, we'll catch you later, sir. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. I'm going to hire you as my public transportation consultant when I have an airline. So we've got a United here, taxiing very slowly. I wonder if they're going to be the first to take off in Northflow. Very interesting. So we'll watch them, and we'll also look for our 757, which is taking off on 16 right. Excellent, excellent. Looks like our flow change is happening just at the right time. So we should see our Pixar livery nicely in about 45, 50 minutes. And then we should also be able to catch the Amsterdam arrival. So, as planned, everything's going to plan. As long as my battery doesn't die again like yesterday. Wade 50. Hey, Darren here from Wyoming again. Missed flying out of there. Welcome in, Darren. Great to see you. Now, Darren, you are up in the Wyoming Indian Reservation up there by Lander or Riverton. Remind me again. And just as a reminder, my flight tonight takes off at 6:10. If you guys want to catch me flying to Las Vegas, and then from Las Vegas to Tucson. All right, the 757 is taking the runway. There it is. This should be a good roar. I'm going to pump the mic all the way up. All the way up. I'm the Pipster. I'm Pip. P-I-P. Oh, yeah, boy. That was a 300, a 757-300. How about that for a little speciality? That's pretty rare to see those. They still have a good amount of 200 still running, but they are rocking it. Nice. And transitioning now to north-facing departures, runway on the 34. So this is taking off, going to Newark, the Maxi. So now it is time to switch Hey, Dogwood, happy Tuesday to you. Welcome in, Dogwood, to Salt Lake City, where it all began in February of 2023. Just me and a dream. Just me and a dream. I don't know what that dream was, but, you know, it worked out okay. Most of my dreams are nightmares, so. That 757, by the way, is headed to the ATL that we saw just take off. All right, we've got just enough time that our Sacramento inbound on Delta 1367 is right over the Great Salt Lake. We'll be making a right turn and then down and making a 180 to land on runway 36 left. So we are on the west side today. We were on the east side for a little bit yesterday as well. Ah. Yeah, it's sad that Iceland Air got rid of all theirs. I'm trying to remember my dream last night. Oh, look at that, Mouseman Rick. Well, hello, sir. Great to see you, Mouseman Rick. We are luncheon hour. I'm snacking on some almonds. What are you having for lunch? This is United 1553, our first departure. That is now taking off on runway 34, so we just had a runway change. Some wings. That sounds really good, Mouseman Rick. I'm all about some good chicken wings. That sounds really good. Totally down with that. Some good old wings. Now, conversely, I was thinking about this. When you are in the shade here on the parking garage, it's perfect during the summertime because you lose about 10 degrees. So instead of it being like 90, it's more like 80. And when it's 80, it's more like 70. Desert Dove, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Oh, where's Christian? We got a Reno flight. We got a 737-800 going to Reno. I still have not been able to spot an ops truck yet, so I guess he doesn't owe me $1. So if you missed it earlier, I encourage you to rewind about 35, 40 minutes ago. We had our A350 takeoff to Seoul, South Korea. Yeah, that's right, Mouseman Rick. First one in Salt Lake, yeah. We were just reflecting on this yesterday, too. This is where it all began. In the old Salt Lake City. So Sacramento here should be landing shortly, and I'm going to do the thing that Matt Man likes to make fun of. I'm going to put on my jacket because it's a little cool being in the shade. So he's going to make fun of me and say I'm getting soft. That's fine. Matt Man likes to give me a hard time. He's not a... Says I'm getting soft now that I don't live in Chicago anymore. So this is headed off to Reno, Nevada. November of 2023, Matt Man. Really? All the way back then. Wow. Amazing how time flies. Hey, Rebecca, what's up? Of course you had to pick Indianapolis, for sure. That's a sore subject, Becky. Yes, the Brewers, they dominated. Yep. Cubs need a miracle. That's what they need. You know what they need? They need some love from Harry Carey. That's what they need. And Desert Dove, as far as the ATL goes, currently no. We did one live stream back in the spring of 2024. But do I plan to come back? Yes. It's just a matter of when. Right now, I'm kind of in a holding pattern until I get some medical work done. And then we can kind of make some additional travel plans. But yeah, I would like to get back to Atlanta. But we definitely, Becky, need to bring back Harry Carey. Maybe that'll change things.
This but's for you.
Yeah, see, we need that type of spirit from Harry Carey.
Hello again, everybody.
That's definitely not what we need. So miracles can come. Miracles can come. I mean, the Cubs, hey, listen, the Cubs were down 3-1 in the World Series in 2016, and they came back to win it in 7 games. So miracles do happen. Sounds good, Mouseman Rick. I will let you know. You'll be one of the first I let you know about Albuquerque. Well, you know, Desert Dove, if we do the ATL, we will most definitely be hanging out at the Renaissance for a few days. So that is the plan. I'm totally down with that. It's just a matter of raising the money and making it happen. So thank you everybody who has contributed so far. Go Cubs go. That's right. Go Cubs go. Here comes our Delta 1367 from Sacramento, an A22100. And then behind it, we've got Southwest 1331 from also Sacramento. And then Delta 1744 from Boise. Rob, what's up? And Rob voted for Louisville Muhammad Ali. He is the greatest. He is. 100%. Yeah, so Memphis at 36% right now. Louisville at 28%. So Louisville is climbing. And Memphis is not as strong as it once was. By the way, thank you. Not as many people lately want to see me get shot in Memphis. So that is a nice little bonus. We actually did 1 or 2 times. We did at Hill Air Force Base, Madman. It's kind of hit or miss as far as action, so you just have to be patient. So it's kind of like a lot of sitting around on a stakeout. All right, Ninja Mouse Man Rick, Ninja Rick. Thanks for stopping by and leaving a like, good sir. And thank you for your support and membership. All right, so Sacramento and Sacramento. Whoa, Desert Dove to help with the Hartsfield-Jackson live thing. Desert Dove, thank you so much. That is extremely kind and generous of you.
Good manners are the glue of society.
Thank you so much, Desert Dove. Very kind of you. And Rod Boy says the Cubbies need the Sean-O-meter, and a visit from the Hawk. I like that. So yeah, I've got to get some medical work done, but I'm hoping that can get done by December, and then I can kind of figure out what 2026 holds for us. And I did get a whole new set of vacation days, so I have a little more travel flexibility. Not a lot, but a little more. Well, thank you, Desert Dove. Desert Dove. Desert Dove. That's very kind of you. Glad to do it. Especially for people like you. Thank you. It has been fun being out on the road the last couple of weeks, being in Denver and Portland and Phoenix and Salt Lake City. Very old school, Rod. I was like, I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about the Hawk, are you talking about Hawk Harrelson? That's the only Hawk I know. Thanks, Desert Dove. Well, the good news, it's not anything super serious. I just have to get it scheduled. And then it's just an outpatient procedure. But I can't really make any plans until I get that scheduled, because I want to get it done before the end of the year, because in the United States your medical benefits reset and your deductible resets, so, and all that cool jazz. All that cool jazz. Hey, and look, there's an A220 from Sacramento waiting for a gate, and they've got plenty of gates to choose from. You can go here, 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 and also here. Oh, and then also there too. So we're just starting to get all the arrivals back in, probably in the next, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, and fill them up. Oh, Andre Dawson Hawk. That's what threw me off. Yeah. Of course, Andre Dawson. Duh. I love Hawk. Say it, Ryan Sandberg was my favorite player. That's true. Dodgers came down from 2-1 last year, so the Cubs can do it. Thank you. So Sports Zone, we will be going back to San Diego probably in about 2 weeks, hopefully. If nothing comes up, we will be going back to San Diego for my birthday week. And, of course, in 2026 as well, yes. So once the temperatures cool off in Arizona, we will definitely be doing a lot more Phoenix and Tucson, and then also San Diego. Actually, you know what? I should have booked that flight. Danielle, how's it going? Go Cubs. Hello from Chicago, and yes, go Cubs. Thank you very much, Danielle. And here's an A319 landing. Nice, smooth landing. The Shawno-meter made me think of Sean Dunston, Rod, but I was like, I've never heard of Sean Dunston and the Shawno-meter, so that's what threw me off. And then the Hawk, and made me think of Ken the Hawk Harrelson, but yeah, Andre Dawson. Yeah, definitely going to see the new terminal for sure, Sports Zone. I'm very excited. I'm just, quite frankly, glad the old Terminal 1 is gone or being destroyed. That thing definitely had gone past its usefulness. The Tom Amansky, dude, Benjamin, like Tom Amansky, that was commercials I saw nonstop, or infomercials. Yeah, Rob, we most definitely will try Minneapolis again. In fact, I look every week to see the fairs, but yes, I don't know when exactly, and it may not be, if we don't hit it by maybe November, it'll probably be April until we look at Minneapolis again, or March, because of how cold it is in Minneapolis. But yeah, I'm constantly looking at airfares to see if there's a good deal. So yeah, we will most definitely try and get back to Minneapolis, Rob, for 1,000%. Crime Dog. Can we get Ron Karkovice too in there, Sarge? Look at that stream of arrivals on the east side. You got from LAX, you got from Orange County, Atlanta, LA. So we got a nice little break in the action. However, I do see up by Ogden, I've got arrivals from Missoula, Montana, and Spokane. And then we might get this LA flight. We'll see. In the meantime, here's an A319 coming into the gate, and a 737 as well. Still have plenty of gates available for our Delta planes. Ah, yes, Fred McGriff. Ah, he was a Padre, wasn't he? Wasn't Fred McGriff a Padre? Oh, I got one more battery. No worries. Stand by. I have one more left. Let's see. Fred McGriff was a Brave. He was a Tampa Bay Ray. Fred McGriff played for a lot of teams. Dan Reeves. What up, Daniel? Blue Jays, Padres, and Braves. Yep, seen it. And at the end of his career, he also played for the Rays, Tampa Bay. Oh, and then we also have traffic in from Reno and San Jose on the west side. See, now, I can't remember if Fred McGriff is in the Hall of Fame or not. I think he is. For a long time, he wasn't. But yeah, he is in the Hall of Fame. He also played part of a season with the Cubs. Let's see how good Benjamin is. Can he name which season? Which seasons, excuse me. That guy played forever. Waiting for some wing walkers. '01 and '02, and that's because I looked it up before even saying it the first time. That makes sense why I didn't know about the Cubs in '01 and '02. Probably have to do the Asian salad at Blue Lemon today. There's one restaurant that is pre-security here in Salt Lake City. It's called Blue Lemon. It's pretty good. It's like a Panera, kind of. Dishes run about $15. Everything else is secure on the other side of security. So, FYI. He was a journeyman that was also a Hall of Famer. Man, makes me think about the good old days when I was 17 or 18. So long ago. I'm now 87 years old. Oh, Julio Franco. Now, now there's a good reference right there from Benjamin. That's it. Julio Franco played forever. Oh, man. You ain't kidding. That is true. 100%. Desert Dove has a Julio Franco jersey. Nice. Oh, see, now we're getting into the base. All right. Let's see how many years Julio Franco for myself. You guys got me really interested now. Julio Franco. Yeah, he is definitely old. He played... Wow. 1982 was when he was first in the majors, and he, oh my gosh, this is, that's absurd. 1982, I remember Julio Franco, 1982, and his last year was with Atlanta, and he was in 2007. Oh my gosh. 23 years he played. But he missed a couple years too. It looks like. Yeah. Oh, Leo Franco. Hey. Wow. What's up, Louie? How's it going? Dan Reeves, yes, we are talking about baseball. By the way, I do have to brag. I did win my fantasy football game. So I'm, I think, at 500. What's up, Louie? Yeah, we're talking some baseball. I love some Salt Lake City too, Louie. In fact, Salt Lake City was voted 80 votes. People said Salt Lake City was their favorite airport of the last month. We've been to Phoenix, Portland, Denver, and Salt Lake. And Salt Lake was the #1 voted. Okay, so I see our Delta flight from Missoula making a left base turn, and then San Jose getting close, and then also our 175 from Spokane, then Reno, then San Francisco, then we've got Portland inbound and Chicago. So we're getting some action here shortly. I know, Dan. Dan Reeves. It's an acquired taste. By the way, though, I still don't understand cricket. I still do not understand cricket at all. And I tried one day to try and figure it out. Did not work very well. So cricket, I still need to learn. Marcos, how's it going? I didn't include Tucson, Jane. Did we? Yeah, we did a live. Did we do a live stream? I don't think we did a live stream in Tucson. We did one in Phoenix. Oh, we did the emergency stream at night. But I didn't include that one. That was like an emergency stream. There wasn't a whole lot of action to so to speak, but Lynn says she's into F1. Louie's into IndyCar, NASCAR, and F1. Nice. Danielle loves F1 too. Let's see where Amsterdam is. Oh, there it is. All right, our flight from Amsterdam to Salt Lake City just crossed over the Idaho-Utah border. Sorry, I have a lozenge in my mouth. Look at all this sports talk. This is great. Glorified lawnmowers. I like auto racing. Something's not right with something seems off with my camera. Give me a second here. Hold up. No, everything looks good. There you go. Go Bears. We're doing all right, and we're playing Washington. Big game. Hopefully this time we will play all 60 minutes against the Redskins. Christian, man, I'm trying, dude. I am trying. I am trying. I'm trying my best. Oh. Gotta give it up. 1,000 apologies, sir. I wish we had Ford. I'm not going to get into a whole discussion, but we've been having some issues with our trucks. And I kind of would like a Ford. Bear down, Chicago Bears. And bear down. Oh, you know what, Matt, man? You know what I just realized? The Blackhawks are on TV what, like 3 hours? 2 hours? 3 hours? Might have to just plop my seat down at what's the brewery in the airport? Squatters. There we go. I might have to squat at Squatters and watch the Blackhawks before my flight takes off. I'm not expecting a win. I would say the Panthers will win probably 4-2. Yeah, Rob, I like it. Zach, thank you. Chicago plays at 5 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, so by that time, I'll probably be inside the airport, so I'll probably just have to sit down at Squatters. Whoops. There's our Missoula flight. My bad. Got distracted talking hockey. Finally, some nice fall weather. Good. Benjamin, it's about time. My sister actually was complaining. Why is it 87 degrees? So that makes sense. Jane is down in Tucson with me, Desert Dove. Oh, wait, look. I think we got our first sighting of ops, Christian Perry. First ops sighting. That's $1. Right there, my friend. Looks like a Suburban now. Hey, Scott Shaver, welcome in. Welcome, sir. Ooh, going to Toronto on the Dash 8. Nice. Have to let me know how it is. Nice little jaunt from Midway to Toronto Billy Bishop Airport, where the runway is 4,000 feet. Actually, I think it's less than 4,000. I think it's like 3,800. That's a flight I've always wanted to take, Benjamin, is the Porter to Billy Bishop. Oh, second time. Very cool. I'm going to loosen up my tripod a little. Yeah, right about there. Local Salt Lake question from Matt Man. Do you see this changing in the airport after Russell M. Nelson? I don't know. I doubt it. I honestly think, if anything, the airport would probably be named after, like, Senator Hatch. Definitely the hospital might be, one of the hospitals might be changed to Russell after Russell M. Nelson. Russell M. Nelson was a heart surgeon and religious leader who passed away recently at the age of 101. But for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he was a longtime leader, but he was also a heart surgeon before he entered the ministry. So I don't know. I would see probably like Hatch, Orrin Hatch. He was a longtime senator in Utah. But I don't think that would be out of bounds to name it after him. It's an interesting question. Thanks everybody for voting so far. Desert Dove, I lived in Mesa, having recently moved here from Atlanta. Nice. Tucson is beautiful. It's also extremely hot. Yeah, so Lynn, it's funny you mentioned that because I was actually looking at the forecast and they said we could get a lot of rain in Tucson over the next few days. So I'm interested to see how this all shakes out. The last remnants of the hurricane, thankfully, didn't flood too much, give us too much rain, so it'll be interesting, Lynn. Tucson International. Good question, Jane. I don't know. That's a good question, Lynn. I could see that happening. But then again, there's been lots of political leaders through Tucson. I mean, so Sky Harbor is still Sky Harbor, but they have like the McCain terminal, which I think is Terminal 3. And then Goldwater, I think, is Terminal 4. But they haven't changed the name of the airport. It's still Sky Harbor. So we're less than 30 minutes from our Amsterdam arrival, and then we're less than 30 minutes, should be less than 30 minutes for Alaska Airlines Special Pixar livery. As we check out this A319 landing on runway 34 left. Hi, Jonathan. How is Chile today? Bienvenidos, Salt Lake City. I'm pretty sure that's right, Rob. They're going to name it after me. Name Tucson after me. I seriously doubt that. Rob, I actually ran for city council in a city in Texas, and one of my ideas was to work towards building an airport in Frisco. And now that, if they had named it after me, that would have been appropriate. But I didn't get elected, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, I would have accepted the PIP. The airport code would have been PIP, PIP. So, AER, what's up? Why is there no Alaska on the Carbo Hub? So, AER, first off, great to see you. I hope things are great in Dallas. Number 2, we are going to Anchorage at the end of October. That is why I did not include it, because we are headed to Anchorage at the end of October. I've got the flight booked, the hotel booked, the truck booked. The only question is, will the Wi-Fi work? That is the only question. But yeah, we are headed to Anchorage at the end of the month. So that is why. Good question. Oh, here comes our next arrival. American Airlines from Chicago O'Hare. Lovely touchdown. Well, you got... AER, are you wanting to go back? Are you wanting to go back to Myrtle Beach? Trying to transition to a freight agent? Yeah, Dallas Love has a lot of seniority. Oh, by Pilot Point, Alaska, Benjamin. Well, it sounds like we're going to have to make a bribe to Pilot Point, Alaska. Well, good luck, AER, man. Good luck, sir. I hope it works out. Oh, yeah. Trying to get back home to San Diego. You can work in a brand new terminal. I tell you what, I will cross my fingers for you because I'd love to work at San Diego. So maybe we can both be lucky enough one day. I will cross my fingers for you. Watch the language. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me, AR. I'm not going to say anything else, but that, yeah. There's American Airlines. Yeah. No, Jane, AER used a potty mouth word. You know, San Diego is definitely gorgeous. Desert Dove, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, you don't have to twist my arm if you're going to San Diego. Be like, oh, you're going to San Diego? Okay. We tried for a really long time to find me a sugar mama in San Diego, but didn't quite work out. Thank you, Colin. Catching my 6. All right, so we got an A319 from American Airlines. I am going to take a wild guess and say that is going to Phoenix. And I would be right. Next up, we got Delta 1971 from Bozeman. Then it'll be oh, check this out. We got a 1-2 combo. We got Amsterdam, but before them, we got Pixar. So a nice 1-2 combo of a special livery and a heavy. Thank you very much, Scott. Appreciate it. I guess I could do that AER, but I do... Man, you're on one today. I'm still waiting for you to start my Discord. It could possibly be, but I usually try and get First Officer Mark's schedule, Matt Man, and usually I haven't seen a whole lot of Phoenix on it lately. Dan didn't like Miramar? Rob says, my daughter as an architect designed New Plymouth Airport in New Zealand. Sweet, Rod. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. So we get a nice 1-2 combo, Pixar, livery, and then Amsterdam. Dude, I told you had to run it. I was specific. I was like, AER, I don't know Discord. Oh, man. Yeah, we need to get you out of Dallas. Get you some ocean breeze. We'll get you some ocean breezes in San Diego. Ah, interesting, Dan. Definitely New Zealand's on the bucket list for sure. See, that shows you how bad of a person I am. Well, AER, regardless, I apologize to you. I owe you an apology. I suck. My apologies. Hey, Ross, what's going on? Perfect timing for our heavy alert and our special livery. Well then, AER, we will cross our fingers for you for a better opportunity. We will cheer you on. Okay, all right, Pixar. So we got a special livery and then our heavy alert. Sweet. I gotta visit New Zealand. I guess I have to visit New Plymouth too, Rob. So I'm not gonna get distracted. I'm gonna focus on our next two arrivals. I'm also gonna adjust the tripod a little. So I'm not gonna look at the chat. I gotta focus 100%. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for Pip's Plane Spotting Live, episode 343. Day number 2 from Salt Lake City. We're on the west side today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you to Desert Dove. Thank you to Tyson Price, Spano Sucks, and Kevin Stanhope for their contributions today. And there is our special livery.
Well, isn't that special?
I see it. All right on, Desert Dove. So this is the Alaska Pixar livery. I'm down with doing that, Rob. Doing a stream down and down under. You know what I want to do, Rob, is during the summertime when it's hot up here in the northern hemisphere, is fly down to the southern hemisphere and then have like an extended vacation. All right, Trucker Norm, sleep well, get some rest. Appreciate you, sir. We'll catch you next time. So honestly, that's what I'd like to do is have an extended vacation in the southern hemisphere when it's cool so I can avoid the 100-degree temperatures. Home of the ancient hobbits and orcs. There's our heavy flight 57 from Amsterdam. Jane, thanks so much for the $1.99 super chat for a snack home on the flight. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate that. Mighty kind of you. It's an A330-900, a Neo. Welcome back, everybody. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, Jane, again.
Good manners are the glue of society.
Hey, you know, Rob, hockey season gets underway today. Oh, and we got a Sky Team livery behind that. So we got 2 specials and a heavy. Nice. Well, nice 1-2-1. Can't beat it, Ronald. You cannot beat it. Definitely 100%. Yeah, the scenery is pretty great. All right, Dan, we'll see you next time. I'm probably going to jet out of here fairly soon because I got to get back to the hotel. And if I'm not going to eat lunch at the hotel, I'm going to eat lunch at the airport. So, yeah. So, good to see you, Dan. Hopefully, it'll be another good snow season for Salt Lake City here. Because obviously a lot of the runoff supplies the water for people to drink from the mountains. So the Sky Team livery is from Seattle on a 737-800. And then behind that we got Delta 32 from Portland on an A320, and yes. Favorite airport food, Roskin says. The question is favorite airport food. Let's see. You know, I probably would say Vanilla Coke Zero, if you can find it. What's up, James? I probably would say favorite airport food would be Garrett's Popcorn, though. Garrett's Chicago Popcorn is a strong option. Oh, Annie's Pretzels, Ross. That's definitely, I'll definitely go Annie's Pretzels. That's a good suggestion. Garrett Chicago Popcorn, though, is a strong choice. 1000%. Yeah. Excellent, Becky. Great minds think alike. McDonald's breakfast is the best airport food, Benjamin says. Yeah, good choice. So Desert Dove, I work full-time Wednesday through Saturday at my normal job in airport operations. And then my days off right now are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So usually we will live stream one of those or a couple of those days. So like Sunday, Monday, or Monday, Tuesday. So that's usually when I will live stream. I'm thinking, depending on the weather next Monday, Desert Dove, there's a good chance we might live stream from Phoenix, but I have to do a couple errands first. So I don't have any travel plans next Monday or Tuesday or Sunday. But yeah, usually the days off I live stream, so either Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We are not able to see the east side, Buyakacha, from the east side from this location. Mike7896 says Nuts on Clark, an excellent suggestion. So this is what we can see. So if you look in the distance there, that light coming out, that's the other side of the parking garage. It's about a quarter-mile walk, and that is the east side. So that right. Nope. Let's see if I can get my finger. Anyways, it was a solid effort. But we still do have some snow up on the mountaintops. There was a very big storm system that came through Salt Lake City on Saturday, dumped about 2 inches of rain in the valley in some places, and then up to a foot of snow in some of the ski resorts. And so you can see on these mountains, this is the Ochre Mountain Range, and you can see on some of the tops there's still some snow left. The Ochre Mountain Range, they said about 8,000, 8,500 feet was where you would see snow. I saw that, Rob. I was very interested that he did only extend for 2 years. I think he's kind of like, all right, I'm going to see how these next 3 years go, and if I don't like where it's headed, then I've got an out and can sign somewhere else. That's what I'm hoping for, Desert Dove, is the rain should be done by Monday, but we'll be keeping a close eye on it. Of course, I'll be keeping a close eye on it because I head back to work tomorrow, and that could have some potential diversions either to Tucson or Phoenix or vice versa. So we will definitely, and also runway conditions. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that rain. Next arrival for us will be from Billings, SkyWest 3773 and E175. Mike 7896, Harry Carey's 7th inning stretch at Midway was a good place. The restaurant I usually go to here in Salt Lake City is usually Cafe Rio. I usually just get a salad. But they do have a smash burger here, I think. They also have a Freddy's Steak Burgers. Actually, a shake sounds really good. I might have to go to Freddy's. So I think that's what I may do. I may skip lunch for now and then have like a really big early dinner. Go back to the hotel, shower, and then get to the airport early and have me a nice big dinner. Plus, I'll find a place to watch the Blackhawks. All right, I am looking for one other plane of interest. I think I see it. No. There it is. I think it's... Yeah, so the new concourse, Becky, they just added... in B, they added a Cotopaxi shop, a Freddy's Steak Burger, Maggiano's, a pretty good variety of stuff. They have a Vietnamese noodle place. Yeah. I don't think I have mentioned this, though, really this much, but the Salt Lake Airport, this is all new within the last 5 years. So the 8 concourse right here, this was actually one of the first sections to be done. This was the first section right here that was done and opened September-ish, October of 2020. And then they've just been building in different phases. And they're actually finally almost done with Concourse B, which should be late this year or next year, as I missed the Billings arrival. But yeah, this airport was totally reconstructed in the last 5 years. Well, I really should say the last 10 years, but was opened in the last 5 years. So I don't know where I'm going to eat, but I do know that my flight is in the B concourse. That much I do know. So basically, in the A concourse, which is the closest to the terminal, is Delta. It's all Delta in the A concourse. The B concourse is some Delta and then every other airline except for Delta. So that doesn't make any sense. So let me try that again. The B concourse is all the airlines that are not Delta and then a few Delta gates. There we go. But this is most definitely a Delta hub. The addition of the Seoul flight, the Seoul Korea flight to Salt Lake City happened back in June, and that's a big deal because they haven't had trans-Pacific service since the Tokyo flight that I think stopped several years ago. Any taco trucks at Salt Lake City Airport? No taco trucks, but that's a really good idea, Rob. That is a really good idea. There is a Burger King here, but there I don't think is a McDonald's. So FYI. No McDonald's, but there is a Burger King. A Booger King. National Taco Day, Jane says today is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think what we're going to do is wrap up from here so I can head back to the hotel shower and get ready to head to the airport. I want to say many thank yous to Harry Carey.
Hello again, everybody.
You're welcome. And thank you to everybody who contributed today to the show, to Jane, to Desert Dove, to Spano Sucks, Tyson, Price, Kevin Stanhope. Thank you guys. Thank you to everybody who contributed yesterday to make the show possible today. It really was quite amazing yesterday, and I have no doubt if my battery didn't die, we would have set our likes record yesterday. We would have been on fire, and somebody would have had to put water on me to get the fire out. So thank you to all of you for tuning in today. Thank you, Louie. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Benjamin. We will see you. If we don't do a stream on Monday, we will see you in 2 weeks in San Diego, most likely. So stay tuned for that, and maybe a few more surprises. But remember, Phoenix potentially next week, if not San Diego in a couple weeks, and then the big one, Anchorage, just 3 weeks from now, Anchorage, Alaska. I've got my warm clothes, I've got my coveralls, I've got my snow pants, I've got my boots, I've got my beanie. I am prepared, except I just don't know about the Wi-Fi, but we'll figure that out. If we don't, I will just eat some lobster and salmon and fish and go wrestle a bear. So thanks everybody who made the broadcast possible. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Kevin, Mark, Bright Spark. Thank you. But yeah, Anchorage in 3 weeks, DFW in a month. The journeys continue in Phoenix, Tucson, and more. Can't wait to see what the rest of the year holds and 2026. Thanks to the man upstairs and Mother Nature for the good weather in Salt Lake here on episode 343, and for your patience and your support. See you, everybody. Talk to you later.